Great. Okay, so I quickly want to explain to you how to use your products, your fermented products. Okay, so this is bone broth. If you order it from me at least, this is how it's going to look like. This is 600 mils. You see it's not frozen. You get it, it's probably frozen hard. And it stays fresh for up to 6 months in your freezer. Okay, so it says here organic bone broth because it's from organic bones. This is very, very, very important, guys. Okay, so the reason why I'm saying that is all the hormonal treatment that the cattle is getting to obviously become overgrown in a very short amount of time, they use stimulants to do that, right? Steroids and stuff. That extra steroids and that artificial steroids go and sit in their bone marrow. All right, and then if you are going to boil and make your own bone broth using bones that you get from the normal abattoirs, no, it's not abattoirs, what is it?
Butcher.
What is a butcher? Okay, so if you're going to use the bones from the normal, usual butcheries, then it's probably not going to be organic. So make sure it's organic, all right? Then you can make your own. Let me know. I'll quickly give you a recipe and show you how to do it. All right, it's going to take a process. It's 24 to 48 hours of cooking it and simmering it. Yes, it's crazy, but I'm doing it because I couldn't find it myself anyway. So your bone broth, you can use it. This is wonderful. This is so much elastin in there, collagen in there. This is amazing stuff. It's like a savory soup. Okay, so our grannies used to cook their meats for like hours and hours and hours on end, all right? And they get all that collagen and elastin and proline and everything that they put actually into sports products that costs you an arm and a leg, and it's artificial or it's not ideally processed. They try to copycat this, all right? So this is amazing stuff. You've heard about it before, probably. For your gut health healing on bone broth, this is incredible. All right. So I'll explain a bit of it later, how to use it and what's it for. And then this one is our kombucha. Okay, you can see it in a glass bottle for a reason. All right. As I said before, the SCOBY, the plant that actually makes it kombucha, that ferments the whole tea, they use it to digest and to digest the plastics. Okay, the plastic problem in the world. So they literally use it to eat up all the plastic. And you don't want it to actually start eating the plastic from the bottle that you bought in the shops, okay? Because you are going to ingest this tea. All right, so don't do that. It doesn't help us to put a lot of toxins back in if we're trying to get the toxins out. All right, and then you've got the kefir. This is milk kefir, cow's milk kefir. The milk that I buy, that I use for this, is fresh farm milk. The cattle does not get hormonal treatment at all. Okay, that's what we want. That's organic. All right. Even the feed that they're getting should be organic. All right. And it's also not just corn. It's the proper feed, the lucerne that they're getting, everything that's good for cattle to eat, for cows to eat. Okay, so then you get you use kefir grains to make the kefir. It stays in your fridge for 2 to 3 months, okay, that you can still use it. This one is for months, actually forever. It just becomes more vinegary, so you can actually use it as a vinegar eventually, okay, but for now it's our drink. This is what my kids drink. This is a great, great sports drink, okay. It's got a lot of vitamin B's in there, obviously a lot of probiotics, and a lot of stuff that really boosts you at the right time. So you can also use other alcohol sugars if you want to make this, but I use normal sugar, brown sugar, and then tea, a combination of green tea and black tea, to come up with this wonderful, wonderful fermented tea recipe. Okay, we love it. It's sour, it's sweet, it's got bubbles in it if you leave it long enough like this with the lid on. Leave it for a few days outside before you've put it in the fridge. So it's perfect for any energy drink. I mean, the normal energy drinks give you this crazy spike, and you quickly have a crash, energy crash, sugar crash as well. So your kids' concentration is so much better with this thing. It's just perfect. Best of both worlds, of all worlds. Okay, so this one lasts for 2 to 3 months in your fridge, as I said. What you will also see when you buy it, okay, I sell it at Vleislappel Welgelegen hier in Polokwane, my hometown, but you can order it anywhere in the world, not in the world, in the country. We ship it out. Usually it takes 1 day to get to you. It's overnight. When it's into the Cape, it takes 2 nights, okay? So you'll get a cooler with all the goodies in there. All right, but this one, when you get it and you see it in the shop, it will probably start to separate. What I mean by that is the whey starts to sit at the bottom. It's a see-through liquid, the organic whey, which you pay like thousands for online. All right, and the casein part, the cheese part. So what you can also do is you can strain this through a cloth, all right, in your fridge. You can separate the whey from the casein. Now, what do you do with this? All right, you put this in your smoothie, as you will see in the recipes as well. And why? Because it's a wonderful family, very unique family of probiotics in here. A homemade yogurt with organic milk. It's got around about 4 different cultures of probiotics in there. This one has got over 30. All right, and it's a very, very, Kefir has a very, very unique family of probiotics, which is different from this one. All right, and that's great because now you've got 2 wonderful clusters of family that you are consuming into your diet. And what's amazing about the Kefir is the families, what I call the families, the probiotics is the families, okay? It actually goes and attaches to the stomach lining. It doesn't go through like the ones in yogurt and these ones actually, all right? It actually attaches to the stomach lining of your stomach wall, okay? So it's the first form of defense there. So it literally catches the bad bacteria and the bad stuff already in your stomach lining, which is incredible. All right, now what I want to say was this is impossible for you to maintain good gut health and good probiflora in your gut if you have a stomach lining that's not fixed and works properly. All right, so I'm going to explain that to you quickly. This is where this one comes in. That's why I want you to use this. All right, I explain it like this. Your stomach lining, your stomach is like your house. It's got the windows and the doors. At this stage, usually it's broken. All right, especially if you have any acid reflux. If you have, you can actually test it. It's not a comfortable test, but anyway, if you drink vinegar, apple cider vinegar, if you take 1 tablespoon and it actually burns your stomach, all right, it means that you probably have a ulcer or a breakage in your, a damage on your stomach lining. All right. So why do I say you have a damaged stomach lining? If you ever used probiotics before, antibiotics before, if you've ever been in a stress situation, all right, stress it's absolutely creates so much damage in your gut, it's ridiculous, all right. If you ever have been suffering from depression and gut health goes so much together, all right. It doesn't necessarily, it's not the starting point of depression, that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying it goes together, all right? So maybe you've been depressed, but then the depression literally and the stress literally affects your stomach lining because your stomach is your second brain, all right? We've known them by now. They literally call it your second brain. So it's so important to look after and to invest in our gut health and our stomach lining, and that is what this is doing because of the elastin and the collagen. All right, and the other proteins. Now, our bodies can make collagen and elastin, so why the big fuss? If our body can actually produce it, why the big fuss? Well, I think the amount of toxin that we are exposed to, the amount of stress that we are exposed to in this day and age is so much more than what we used to have to endure. The amount of technology available, the amount of sound waves and electronic waves that we are exposed to. It's just so much more, okay? The tempo of life is just so much more. The stress levels is just much higher, okay? So the point is that I think we're struggling to stay ahead of it, if I can say it like that, all right? And also, our diets need to fill in the blanks for us as well. And we do not cook like that anymore. We don't have time to cook for hours, stand in front of the pots. We don't have that time, that luxury. So we want to have it quickly and take this, add it to your meals. It adds a lot of flavor. I was the first introduced to bone broth from a chef in Vegas. He uses it, and many chefs use it to flavor their meals. All right, they don't even necessarily care about the nutritional value of it. But this is amazing. It really adds so much flavor to your meals. Okay, just give that homey, the chef always called it, that huggy feeling to your meals. Okay, this is the secret. I know Sergio also loves using broths and stock in his meals. All right, great stuff. So you've got this now. You know what it's there for. This is to fix your gut health. So if you've ever had anxieties, if you ever had stresses, if you ever used antibiotics, or pain tablets of any kind, you probably have a damaged stomach lining. So you fix that first so that all the family, okay, the family can actually join in and stay in the house. And the kids and the babies doesn't crawl out at the door. Okay, so make sure this is your family. We want to add that family. And why this and not tablets? Let me tell you why. Tablets, I explain, is almost like a concentration camp. Okay, this the small capsules, all right. So they put the probiotics in there, and there is some probiotics that's good, all right, but you have to really know what you're doing if you're using probiotics, okay. But the point is, in that small capsule, they are sitting there with a minimum amount of feed that keeps them alive, if they are still alive by the time you drink it, all right. When I was studying, we had to literally taste the different forms of the different types of probiotics you get in the shops, and there was I think there was one that actually had a live probiotics in the capsule. Actually, the rest are dead already. Okay, and so you're paying for literally dead bugs, but that's not going to help. And the other thing is, if they stay alive, they start to mutate because they start literally to eat each other. It's like a xenophobic relationship in there. There's different cultures and whatever clashing, and it's a very small environment, and there's only a little bit of food. You can just imagine they're not happy in there. And they're animals, all right? So we want to have them alive and well in our digestive tract. Okay, so that's why, yeah, they are happy. That's what they do. They're in their family environment. They're happy. They're still feeding on the caffeine and some of the sugars in here. They're just so freaking happy. From baby to mommy to daddy, they're happy. All right, here as well, they're very, very happy. By the way, studies found that where they found kefir, they could not find a trace of E. coli and candida, even when the kefir was in an environment that's filled with kefir and candida. That's crazy to think. So they literally eat it up, okay, or it just dies, I don't know. But it literally couldn't be found in the kefir grains. All right, and they've tasted it a few times, so that's actually incredible. All right, so again, we fix the house, we put the family in, we get the energy from this, and this fixes our gut health to such a great extent that we can start to really enjoy and fix our hormonal problems that we will talk about in a later video. Okay, so that's it from me, from the probiotics. I hope you understand it a bit better. If you have questions, let me know.